Hello, lovely people of Twitch and Vonage and Hacktoberfest. Hope you're well. Can you hear me? That's the main question. Could I have a nod in the chat if you can hear me and everything is going well? Yay, thank you, Luke. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Hey, Beth. Hey, Mursini. So great to see so many people. Hey, Jay Walter as well. And it's great to see so many colleagues being supportive. That's really, really good, and I really, really appreciate it. Cool. How is everyone doing? Happy Friday or happy weekend or whatever, however you want to feel it. I usually prefer happy Monday, but yeah. Welcome back to the Hacktoberfest Daily stream. As it happened, I was actually here yesterday for the previous one with Chris. I was helping him do stuff. What is that, Luke? I'm not sure what that emoji is, but I'll trust you on that one, or series of emojis rather. Hey, Michael. Michael Heap is in the house. Awesome. So if you saw me yesterday, I had a different background. I tried to find something that I like. So I found this background. It's actually, it's not a virtual one. It's actually a physical one. It's a cloth that I hang. I had the green screen for a while, and then I had a blue screen. And then I had a black screen. But yesterday I received this from Amazon, so I made it nice, kind of put it on the wall, and it looks really nice. And I didn't realize until I put it up yesterday, and my wife was saying, it looks like a video game. So I decided to pair it with a T-shirt that I got from a Computer History Museum. It's a 50-year anniversary of a very famous game, Asteroids. So yeah, it's a sort of blue, but it doesn't show well in the camera. So yeah, that's that's the story of the background. And yeah, this is a different format from yesterday. So yesterday I was with Chris and looked at the conversation API. We did a bit of PHP and we kind of generally discussed things and how we approach different way of adding too many screens of adding. Our API and kind of implementing. We're about to implement some new APIs that eventually, so currently in beta. So that he showed us how to approach that and how you do it yourself. So that was really good. So welcome to day, well, October 9th, really. We're streaming during the week, every single week in October. Part of Hacktoberfest, and this is one of the streams. So if you haven't seen Hacktoberfest Vonage page, this is us. This is what we're doing. We partners in this initiative, and it's a really great initiative. A lot of good stuff coming out of it. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying it and you have a good time. If you'd like to contribute, there are some repository here is a long list, so make sure you scroll. Lots of different places where you can make contributions, lots of different good repositories. Lots of them have what we call good first commits. It's literally we tagged certain requests as being something that you don't need a lot of specialized knowledge to do it. Otherwise, we just kind of go in there and do it. Okay. Also, just before I go ahead, if you go to developer.nextmo.com/Hacktoberfest, you'll see at the top there is the Hacktoberfest, and also there is the Vonage Dev TV. And here we have a calendar for all the different streams we're doing during October. I'll go back to it later on, but this is kind of the master sheet of what we're doing in this particular channel on Twitch. Cool. So a couple of things before we go ahead. So last week when I did the stream on Friday, the big news of the day was the change in the policy, how DigitalOcean kind of does stuff and how we tagging different PR requests and whatnot. The problem at the time was a lot of spam. And that was something that we kind of expected it. to expected to happen. It was the very first, I think we streamed on the 2nd, so the 1st of October was kind of a big day when we had a lot of spam. But I think what happened is DigitalOcean was right on hand, and they did lots of changes. And there's some rules that have changed, and I think it's worth highlighting what we need to have now. So first of all, maintainers now need to opt in. So previously, any repository that was open source on GitHub was game for PRs, and that contributed to a lot of unwanted PRs and a lot of spam. So now, in order to participate, in order for people to participate, they need to work on a repository that has Hacktoberfest as a topic in it. And I'll show you some examples in a second. The second requirement is the pull requests that will be counted towards the 5 that you need to do in order to get all the swag need to be merged, approved by a maintainer, and labeled as Hacktoberfest-accepted. So that's in addition to the repository being tagged with Hacktoberfest. However, there is a slight difference. So if you have a pull request that it was labeled with Hacktoberfest accepted, and it was submitted to a public repository, and it went through all that stuff, it's still considered valid, even if the repository itself wasn't tagged as Hacktoberfest. So if you still do stuff to open source, the maintainer of the repository might decide to actually help you there. Does this make sense? Hope it does. Cool. If you ever kind of news or things that it'll be good for you to know is we have different places where you can interact with us. One of them is the Discord. I'm not sure if it's linked here. Oh, by the way, if you contribute to our repositories, in addition to the T-shirt that you get directly from DigitalOcean, you can get this lovely pair of socks. And they're with a new Vonage brand. You need to make one valid contribution to our repositories, and you can either get a pair of socks or $5 Open Collective gift card. I was looking for the Discord link, probably. Yeah, there you go. So we have a Discord. It's opening in a different window. Let me share my Discord rather than okay. There you go. So this is the Discord that we have. So there's an Hacktoberfest Discord here. Obviously, you have different channels, but what will be good for you to do is if you want to interact with us and you can see me and Luke having a chat just before the stream, I posted that I'm going live and someone thought I'm trolling or I need the role of Vonage. But this is a channel where you can ask us questions and interact with us. And this is in addition to the traditional channels that we have, as in we have a community Slack that we, let me share. If you have a window, let's see. No, this one. So in addition to the traditional ways of interacting with us, is it in here? I can't remember, to be honest. But we have a community Slack that we use kind of outside Hacktoberfest where you can interact with us. Hope this is all useful. Any questions? The background is classy. Yes, thank you very much. Sudeep Tog 81. It's a hard to pronounce nickname. Oh, thank you, Michael. Developer.nextport.com/community/Slack. /Slack. And this is where you can join. So you can put your email address, and it will allow you to join our Slack. And we have different channels for different APIs, and you can interact with us there and ask questions and ask if you have any problems. You can post code snippets, and we're more than happy to assist you forward with that. Cool. Let's have a look at some PRs. So these are not particular PRs, but these are issues. So these are the list of those things I was telling you earlier. So what we did is, as part of the team I'm in, they went through different repositories, who's basically the repository that each person is responsible for, and they added ideas for things that you can improve, for things you can create, and literally issues that you can work on as part of Hacktoberfest. So there are some things that might seem a bit daunting. So, for example, this green screen. This is Kevin. This is one of his repositories that he uses during one of his streams. So an enhancement that he would love to have for Hacktoberfest is the ability to have a green screen filter for publishers. So this is for the video API. A video API allows you to stream using a camera or share your screen, but effectively stream to as part of a bigger group. It will be nice if we, as part of this ticket, you can find a way to implement the green screen. So effectively, if you have a green screen behind, you remove the background, so it looks like you're in the middle of nowhere. This might be a bit daunting, but there are lots of other stuff that can be done. Let's find one that is good first issue. This one is good first issue. I think I might have touched on it last time, and this has a PR actually associated with it. So over the last couple of months or so, we've been slowly migrating from the Nexmo brand to the Vonage brand. And part of that, we did a big rename for all of our Survey SDKs. And the Ruby Survey SDK is now a Vonage gem, so rather than an Nexmo gem. So what Ben, our Ruby developer advocate, is kind of asking here is if you could go in there and kind of move away from the Nexmo Ruby SDK gem and put it into the Vonage. And it's fairly easy. Let's see what happened here. So there's a pull request in this one. I don't think it's this one. This is just an automatic one from Dependabot. But there's a discussion here, and this is what we love doing, interacting with you. And this is the, I think someone actually forked it and see here. So I'll leave it to Ben. He's probably most suitable to look at this. But the idea is, if you look at the good first issue, this is where you would find different things. Yeah, Dependabot is definitely getting a T-shirt. And Michael is saying that this PR was merged. So there you go. This is really, really good. Cool. That's kind of it. Any questions? Any other questions I can answer in the chat? Anything that you would like to know about Hacktoberfest? While that is happening, let me go quickly through what's happening in terms of streams. So we have a daily shows, and this is the HDS. And it stands for Hacktober Daily Stream. And there are different ones with different people throughout the week. You will see me every Friday as it happens, but there are lots of different people kind of joining us throughout the week. On top of that, we have our normal shows. So every Tuesday, Michael is doing Mistakes Were Made. Michael Jolly is our video developer advocate. So he's doing a lot of video-related stuff. So jump into that one if you want to learn about video. That's at 4 o'clock London time, 11 New York, 8 San Francisco. So it might be a bit early for the West Coast, but yeah, it's not too early. On alternate Wednesdays, we're doing low code hour and developer drop-in. So low code hour is Simon and Julia, looking at low-code tools. So anything that kind of makes our developers' life easier in terms of tooling. And then the other Wednesday, we have a developer drop in. This is a show where different people jump in and kind of do different things. Next one on next Wednesday is Lorna. And Lorna is gonna introduce the Go Sdk. This is a SDK that we recently promoted to support it. It's still beta. We just launched it, but it's something that we now support as part of our server SDKs. And then Kevin is doing a show on every other Friday where he builds things from scratch. And I think he's been doing something to do with video, if I remember correctly. Yes, he's building a serverless video conferencing application using Netlify functions, MongoDB, and Vue.js, obviously with a Vonage video API. And last but not least, it's Wikinet as well. And Wikinet is a show that kind of spearheaded as well, but lots of people join in. So we've been building a messaging solution similar to WhatsApp as well. We called it the app. We've been building iOS and Android kind of variations of in-app messaging. On Monday, we're going to build a JavaScript version of exactly the same thing. We're running every 2 weeks. So this one will be Dwayne and Michael. Dwayne is going to build the JavaScript version of the next one on the 26th. Is Michael building a server-side component for it. But that's kind of us. There are no questions. Cool. Okay. So this is us. We're streaming every day throughout October, and we will love to have you join us for different things throughout the Hacktoberfest month. Awesome. Now I have a surprise for you, and I'm not sure if I should do it because my manager is on the stream. Hey, Michael. But I thought it's Friday, so I might as well do it. It's a bit of a fun, and I'm trying to prove my Britishness. Not prove, it's the wrong word. I'm trying to kind of show my Britishness by I won't tell them. That sounds good, Michael. Cool. So I was thinking of showing you how to make a mean ice cold tea, British ice cold tea. So before I moved to UK 20 years ago, for me, tea was just herbal tea, right? My grandmother used to make chamomile tea, and that was the only tea. And that was, mean chamomile tea. Mean is she was forcing us to drink it when we were sick, sort of thing, right? So that was the only thing for me that was tea. So I didn't know what black tea was. So obviously, as part of kind of living in here, you start seeing things, and you start seeing your colleagues in university kind of, doing this thing that looks like coffee, but it's not coffee, and it has this ritual around it. So obviously, I love black tea now, and I drink it probably not as much as coffee, but I drink a fair amount of it. So yeah, that's one type of tea that is quite popular as well. But I thought of just showing you a very special tea that combines two separate drinks that are very popular in UK. The first one is tea, and the second one I'll show you, but it'll be a surprise, right? So I have here a bag of supplies that I got, right? So first of all, you need a cup. And this is my not traditional. This is my kind of official Vonage cup. I'm part of a very, very lovely team, and they sent all of us a very nice gift, a personalized cup for Christmas last year, part of some other stuff. So yeah, let me show you how to make the tea. So you take the cup, right, and then you find some herbal tea, right? So herbal tea, and you can, whatever is the most kind of hipster, if you like. So in this case, I found in my collection, in my kitchen, I found some pomegranate herbal tea, which is a refreshing blend of green tea and sweet ripe pomegranate, topped up with a hint of lemon. That sounds lovely, right? So who wants to see this tea being done? Okay, there's a very special requirement for this. So I got one of these things. The requirement is to have, oh, this one is badly packed, but it should work do the trick. So the requirement is for it to have this little tag at the top, right? So you put this in the cup and make sure the tag sticks a bit on the side. So I'll put it on this side because I'm right-handed, so I'm going to use it like this. So make sure it sticks a bit like that on the sides, right? The next thing you need is a bit of tape, right? This is very important. So just a normal tape, just a bit, get a bit of tape, and then you hold the cup like that, and you kind of put it on the inside, just a tiny bit, but just on the inside so you don't see it, right? So far, so good? Cool. Okay, the next thing you need a pair of scissors. And you see that thing inside, you know, the thing, just cut it underneath that that thing. So you're left with this thing, and set this aside. You don't need it for now, but so you end up with this kind of label on the side, and it's stuck just a bit inside. So the next step is very, very important. Hey, Alex, long time no speak online. I came in here a bit late, and now nothing makes sense. I'm making a mean British ice cold tea. So the requirement was get a bag of a tea thing. I'm using pomegranate. It doesn't really matter what you're using as long as it has this tag. You put the tea inside, you stick it with a bit of tape, and then you cut the inside, right? The next step is very important, and this is where you need to. And for the next step, you need to do it in private. But I'll show you just because we're friends, right? And no one is watching, so I'll just show you this. So next step is very important, and you need to be careful how you do it, right? So the next ingredient is the can. Let me open it first so you can see what I'm doing. And it's a can, and you just pour it really, really slowly, right? So you just pour it, right? So make sure it doesn't touch the tape. And this is my tea. It's ice cold. It came from the fridge by the means of a brewdog. So this is a combination of tea and beer, and it's ice cold tea for your meetings during the day, because we do way too many meetings. Obviously, don't try this at home. This is a joke. I'm glad Michael is here to assist me. This is what you can do for meetings, and I'm going to put my my one aside, and I'm going to use it in our Friday drinks tonight. But yeah, this is how you make a mean ice cold tea, British style. So this is called a postmodern classic as well. So okay, this is it. This is my Friday make an ice cold tea tutorial. Hope you enjoyed it. It was a bit of a joke. Hope you don't mind. It involves a bit of alcohol, but that I'll set it up for later. So you all good? Cool. It was on my agenda, but it's Friday, and it must be 6 o'clock 6 p.m. somewhere, so I might as well start it. Cool. A couple of things before I kind of sign off. We have, and I'm not sure why it's not appearing. I think it's taking over the. Let's see if it does it with this. There's a voucher code there. So we have a voucher code that you can use to test our APIs. It'll give you 10 euros on top of whatever you already have, and you get something for signing up as well. But I'm glad people are making tea now as well. So. And Alex says 10 out of 10. So I'm glad he enjoyed it. I was hoping for someone else to join me on the stream because it would have been a bit more kind of interactive, but this is it worked really well for me, at least. So cool. Thank you very much for joining. Hope you will join us for the next ones. One thing I would encourage you to do, we have Hacktoberfest Tuesdays. We have the Asian edition. This is the full info is here. You can join us on Tuesday evening. This is on 6 p.m. UTC +8. So it's fairly early in UK, and I think it's very, very early in States. So this is more for our audience to the east of us. And we're going to have Igor, our Android developer advocate, introducing Hacktoberfest and open source, and then show us how to contribute to open source through a workshop. And then we have Janice Tan, the software developer for GovTech, government digital services, giving us a behind-the-scenes look into Trace together. So hope to see you there. Hope you had fun. Hope you've been entertained. It's been a pleasure having you here. Thank you all for, yes, I did try to bring Luke on the stream, but unfortunately he couldn't do it today. So, but he promised he's going to be here Friday. He didn't promise, but I'll make him promise. So next Friday, hopefully we'll get Luke as well, or some of the streams before then. I think he's due to make an appearance on the Hacktoberfest Vonage stream. There you go. So thank you, everyone. Have a lovely day and a lovely weekend, and I'll see you all on Monday. All the best. Have a good day, morning, afternoon, whatever you are, and thank you very much for joining us. See you soon.